game show that takes betting seriously, but not much else. Get our favorite plays on the totals, sides, props, exotics, and futures to jump on now.
So let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Subject custom chemicals about the console fairly known. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben. Let's get it started with Jason and Ben.
Hey, welcome to WannaBet. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you wanting to get it started with Jason and Ben. I'm Jason. That's Ben. We are WannaBet. On Mondays, our buddy Eric Casilius joins us, who is the facilitator of the Super Discord, in which we are participating in and putting all of our picks in. And once every 24 hours, we convene here and we give you the very best picks we have for you in real time across all the sports that we're playing. First, second, and third down, if you're new to the show, our three favorite picks of the day in that order. Fourth and long is really fourth and short. It's an opportunity for you to cash quickly in these games, kind of like the Nerfy we hit in MLB last night. No run first inning. We want to try to get you guys paid where we see value potentially without having to sit through an entire game. Overtime, we've been focused on overtime for the most part the last few weeks on football, college or pro, parlays, same game parlays, sometimes, multi-game parlays that we've played that we feel strongly about. But unlike most people around in this business, we're completely transparent. So Beltway Ben, how did it go yesterday on a Quinny P day? It was a Quinny P day. So I did hit a Nerfy for us in the Baltimore Blue Jays game. We just need to take a moment here and recognize the greatness and the grandeur of Quinn Priester. Quinny P, the mighty effing Quinny P. Quinny P, Quinny P, Quinny P, you always cash for me. Beltway Ben, how many runs did Quinn Priester allow in the first 5 innings of that game yesterday? Do you know?
Don't really care.
It was zero. We were up 5-0 midway through the fifth inning. That was an all-time no sweater. I told you guys about the Super Discord. You can join through that QR code. It'll tell you everything you need to know. A lot of sharp handicappers giving out their very best picks as they make them in real time. We tell you where we played them, for how much. Couldn't be any more straightforward. All right, we need to. You want to talk? You talk about last night, and then I just have to do a little something for my man Quinny P.
Yeah, Gunner. It's a ball that I thought was gone off the bat.
Yeah.
Sharp fly out. That's tough. Whatever. You lose that one. Kansas State sucks. Avery Johnson is a bum. Let's check his betting accounts and see what's going on there. Because
Ben. Those are strong accusations.
I'm just saying, let's check it because I
He's got a beautiful set of hair.
He does. I love his hair. I believed in him. Last year played very good. I thought he was heading in the right direction. This year sucks, and he has sucked. And they gave them a million chances to win that game last night. It felt like when you have one of those weird lines where everybody's on one side, it felt like at some point Arizona was just going to blow it, and that was going to be the thing. And they missed the kick. They give them good field position, to which Kansas State picks up one first down. Avery Johnson loved running on designed runs, but as soon as it was time to run when it was a pass, he did not want to do it. So he sucked. They sucked. And then we also had UCLA on 2 parlays. They blow. They're horrible. Last thing. We lost the 2 units on the Sparks to make the playoffs. That was tough. I'm kicking myself for doing that. So we added that because, again, we're transparent. I'm not hiding what we bet on here.
No bullshit here. We're not paid by books to sell you losing bets. That's what most of the industry is, folks. Just letting you know.
Absolutely not. But this one here, Logan McNaney to win Rookie of the Year in the PLL, had basically Sharpie that in for a win. No way he doesn't win it, right? I mean, the only reason Denver is where they are now is because of him, right? Oh, yeah. Kavanaugh and California, no. There's no way. All of a sudden, last night, Kavanaugh wins it, and they gave McNaney Goalie of the Year. No, it should have been both.
Yeah.
So I could talk for a while. I was pretty frustrated, as you guys might be able to see. I was up late last night screaming at the TV about UCLA paying New Mexico millions of dollars to come into their place and beat them. It's all right, though. We're going to bounce back. We will not be at 6.33 much longer. I'm confident we'll turn it around. But damn, bad run by me of late.
We know you guys want our picks of today, and you know what? We're giving you winning picks out the ass, so you're gonna have to wait a few minutes and play along with our reindeer games. I just need to take a moment again. This is my daughter's at college. The good ones of these that we have, and I'll get Quinny P one that's worthy of him on the good stock with a good printer that my daughter Chloe helped me do at Kinko's. I didn't have time to go to Kinko's today, but look at the shit-eating grin on this bad MFer. 18 straight money line cashes when Quinn Priester starts for the Milwaukee Brewers. I spent way more time than I should have on Arts and Crafts this morning. Like, I almost went with the glorious first-round pick, Quinny P. Look at that hair. Look at that badass son of a bitch right there. But it didn't work out for Quinny P in Pittsburgh. Then, I got to make one of this. My printer sucks. This is cool as a cucumber, Quinny P, high-fiving people after another win. What this guy has done for me this spring and this summer, I owe him an incredible debt of gratitude. And even yesterday, Beltway Ben, I'm sitting here pissed off that it's minus 185 before first pitch on the money line against Palante, who stinks, and the Cardinals, who stink. It's still not priced accordingly. And Quinn P on the money line 2 weeks ago is still the day before minus 135. It's getting to maybe minus 157. Now, we played the first 5 yesterday, but this guy's a rock star. Nobody's cashing for you like Quinny P, and we have to acknowledge that and give him his due. And Beltway Ben, Brighton cashed us? Did they just equalize?
Equalizer.
Brighton just equalized?
Yeah,
I knew I knew they'd bring the striker on at the half. 2 injuries in the first 30 minutes of that game gave me some pause. They had to make 2 swap outs in the first 30 minutes. I'm like, hopefully they can just recalibrate at halftime, push the attack a little bit more. Sweet. So there we go. That's a plus 111 from yesterday. Arsenal money line, which that game was over 30 minutes in, and they won 3-0. And then we knew there'd be goals in that Brighton match against Bournemouth. We love Bournemouth. I haven't watched that game since the first half, but I think there might be more than 3 goals in that game. I think there might be 4 goals in that game. All right. We were talking about this yesterday, Ben. I think we need to add an element to this show, either a challenge flag or a red card when we stop the other guy, we veto the other guy from making a bet. You know what I mean? In real time. Do you think we should add that element to this? We already back each other, but should we once a week, once every 2 weeks, whatever we come up with? You know what I mean? Because I would have gotten you off K-State, and I'm sure you're going to see me do something.
You wouldn't have though. But that's not knocking me off of it. You wouldn't have.
What do you mean I wouldn't have? No. I'm saying we literally add an element where you can cancel the other guy's bet.
No.
You don't think we should do that?
No. Why? No. I don't. If that's what we're going with, if that's what we believe in, and we have the stuff to back it off, all of a sudden he throws in the no. I don't think we should be able to back it off. You can say no, but to knock the bet, no.
Should we do it then that we try to stop him, and if the guy doesn't say no, we fade him?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what we do. We don't want to fade each other very often, but maybe we play a fade card where we have to go the other way on that guy.
Yeah, you can do that.
Don't you think maybe I'm just trying to think of different ways to, grow the show. Add different wrinkles to it.
Yeah. I don't think we should just completely.
So you can't negate his bet, but we play the fade card. You can play the fade card once every 2 weeks, something like that.
Because at the end of the day, if I give the bet out and the viewers watching, I gave the bet out with my reasoning. So no matter what you say, if that person hears what I say and they want to take it, they're going to take it, and I'm taking it. So at this point, it's already on my record. I like it. I want to take it.
What if we do it this way? What if the person plays the fade card, and then the other person gets a chance to either, you know what I mean, hear them out and agree and fade themselves, or they say, F you, I'm going to burn you for trying to squelch my bet.
Yeah, no, I'm with that. I just know how I know I am. I'm pretty stubborn.
You'll never back down is what you're saying.
Well, no, I won't never back down. I mean, if you come,
you'll never hear it out and say, you know what, you might be saving me from myself.
I'll let you go. And I'm still young. I got to get better with hearing other people. You know what I'm saying? I definitely do. But again, if you come with reasoning, if there's
I'm not going to do it willy nilly.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll hash that out. I think it'd be a neat element to add to the show.
Yeah. I think October 5th, I think I'll be throwing a challenge.
Whoever the Brewers play in the first round. Come on. Pancake Pat and Quinny P and Freddie P. Freaking Brew Crew's my jam. All right, we've made you wait long enough. We want to give you some winners. First down, Beltway, Ben.
Yeah, got 2 plays here. We're going to go with Notre Dame and Virginia Tech money line plus 109, and I like Notre Dame just to cover outright, -6.5. I think they handle business here. But we'll start here. Notre Dame has been very good in these spots under Marcus Freeman. Night games, all the lights on, everybody watching them. They match up with Texas A&M here. And this is a tough game for Elko, right? Last year, his quarterback, Riley Leonard, he goes to A&M. Riley Leonard doesn't follow him to A&M. Riley Leonard goes to Notre Dame, goes to the national championship, has a great year. But this Notre Dame team now, I was super impressed with what I saw from Carr in week 1. I just was. I did not expect to see that from the kid. I didn't think he was going to do much. And he went into Miami and brought them back into a game. Yeah. And they had the ball with a chance to win it. Now, Miami's defensive line, which is maybe the best defensive line in college football, that was the game changer on the final drive, changed everything. But Notre Dame impressed me more than I've seen from Texas A&M. Marcel Reed, they say he's going to play, but he's got to show it to me. I know he can make plays with his legs, but he's got to show it to me. Notre Dame already got that loss out of the way. Home here tonight, I think they handle business, win it, and win by 7 points. Now, Virginia Tech, that's a toss-in. I get it, fishy line. They're not too big of favorites over Old Dominion, who they lost to recently. But, Virginia Tech needs this win. Prize seat is going to be on flames if he loses to Old Dominion. It probably already is, to be quite honest with you. 0-2. And again, it's not easy to start your season with South Carolina and Vanderbilt as an ACC school, but you have to beat up on these opponents. And I get it. Old Dominion, I am not overlooking them. I know they're a tough school. I'm not saying, you know what, we're just chucking this one in to get us there. Because it's a fair price. So I do like Virginia Tech. I think it's a tight game, but I do think they win. And I'm adding Notre Dame and them on the money line. And then I'm also taking Notre Dame straight up -6.5.
First down for me. We're on this game all over the Discord. I gave out a bet on this game already on this show, I believe. We took the Cardinals in Survivor last week. They didn't play that well against the Saints. But they're far superior to Carolina. The problem is the Cardinals aren't as good as a lot of people think they are. So I don't think they're going to blow out Carolina. I don't think it's 27-0 at the half. So I like them to win both halves here. Carolina was the worst defense in the NFL by a lot of key metrics last year. Not sure they're much better now. Maybe the pass rush ticks up a smidge over the course of a season. And look, I don't back Kyler Murray a lot. We got on this line early. We took it -4.5. I gave it out last Sunday as an early line because there was no way it was going to be around a week later. As it gets up, I'm not going to pay Kyler to cover, but Kyler to come out with a nice 15-game strip, Kyler to be able to score one more point than horrible Carolina in the first half, and then Carolina to be able to play ball control in the second half. I don't think Carolina is scoring more than 13 points in this one, maybe 16. So that's where I am. You're not going to be able to get that by tomorrow. Not the sexiest thing in the world, but we loved it with Denver last week to win both halves, and we're on it here as well against a horrible team. Second down, Ben.
Yeah, second down, we will stick with college football here. And we're going to go with a parlay, Georgia, Miami, Alabama. Georgia here is the odds that get us to where we want. Broke down Alabama yesterday. Also talked a little bit in depth about Miami. This might have been one that you'd be throwing a challenge flag if we had that yet, because I know you were talking about South Florida and what you thought of them. I
wouldn't throw it here.
Well, if South Florida hurts me a third time, listen, I will not be fading them again. I'll just be quite honest. I think Florida should have won the game last week. It was another game where, and we've seen it a lot early season college football, they give the opposing offenses the football and these teams 2 yards, nothing punt. And it's just so regular. We saw it last night with Kansas State, and it really frustrated me. And we saw it with UCLA as well. So I do think business. I don't think South Florida is as good as we've seen. And this isn't a knockdown. It's not better than an SEC opponent. And I do think Boise State's down this year, right? Johnson's not there. That's the difference maker. I think they're better than them. And I think they could get into the college football playoff with how the landscape and how it's set up. They could get into the college football playoff. But if they beat Miami, I mean, we're talking they're going to be in the top 10. There's no way to argue it. So I don't see that happening. I think Miami handles business. I like what I saw from Carson Beck, and I was very, very down on him leaving Georgia. I was like, I don't think this is it. I don't think he's smart. He looks so mature. They have a good team around him. I like what he has. So I like them in Bama. And then Georgia, listen, everybody's on Tennessee. They like what they've seen from the quarterback. I still have to see it. I have to see it in the big moment. Kirby in these games always is ready to go. And I get it. It's not going to be easy to go down there and win or go up there and win. Tennessee is not an easy place to play. And you know how the Vols fans are going to be. I just think Georgia gets it done. And Stockton's played. He played in the championship game last year, the SEC championship. He has played in big games. So I do like Georgia to win today. And I couldn't play the regular number. And I talked about a few weeks ago in college football, I will parlay teams that I think should win. It burned me last night with UCLA. It'll burn me occasionally. But overall, in the long run, it will make me money. So that's kind of how I play things when I don't want to play a spread. So I like Georgia on the money line.
Yeah, second down, I'm back in the NFL. We give you guys picks early. I think a lot of times you guys might be wondering, why is he giving that to me tonight? And that game's not until 4 days ago. So yeah. I played this in real life 2 days ago, and I got 5-1. Look where it is now. Yeah. The closer you get to game day, the more potential perceived, however you want to classify it, value you lose. Why do I love this pick? Where should we start? My favorite future that I gave out was Justin Fields over 5.5 rushing touchdowns. I said he's going to get it by Halloween. I was wrong. He's going to get it by Maggie Mayday. Which Maggie Mayday? That'll mean absolutely nothing to you, Beltway Ben. For dinosaurs with shingle shots like me, it's late September. I really should be getting back to school. Maggie May, Rod Stewart. It's going to hit by for me, Maggie Mayday is like September 28th. This is going to hit by September 28th. Okay? Justin Fields has 2 or more rushing touchdowns in 3 of his last 4 starts. He has a rushing touchdown in 4 of his last 5 starts. He has 7 total rushing touchdowns in those starts. Aaron Glenn is a defensive-minded, old-school, hammerhead coach. This is probably an under game. Yes, Breece Hall and others get involved in the run game. But when he thinks, just like Montgomery was automatic for him when he was in Detroit, if he thinks he's got an automatic sledgehammer, he's going to do it. Is Ed Oliver playing in this game for the Buffalo Bills, Beltway Ben?
Nope. He had a couple weeks.
And even with Ed Oliver, is that a light-in-the-ass new school D-line that gets exposed by power running schemes?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's where I am on that. Josh Allen versus the New York Jets. He's got a rushing touchdown in 7 of his last 9 games, 11 total rushing touchdowns in that span. He has a rushing touchdown in 5 of his last 7 at the Jets. And overall, going back to last season, Allen has a rushing touchdown in 7 of his last 8 games. I think it's more of a defensive struggle. They're coming off an emotional high. He likes to play hero ball and keep it himself in the red zone. Yes, Cook is a nice option, but I think we know that if this is as close and tight of a game as I think it could be, this guy will keep it in his own hands and run through a defense. So for that kind of payoff, I like it. Maggie Mayday. 3rd down, Beltway Ben.
3rd down, we're going to go to the MLB. And speaking of Maggie Mayday, whenever it is, by Maggie Mayday, the Mets might be out of the playoffs, to be completely honest with you.
You're correct. You are correct.
The way things are looking. Here come the Giants. Again, the Devers trade. I was telling people, changes everything for the Giants. And for a little while, it didn't look like it. But all of a sudden, that lineup is hitting the baseball. And last night, they scored 1 run until extras. But they play good baseball. They're fighting. And they're going to catch the Mets if the Mets don't figure it out. So by Maggie Mayday, as your point, the Mets might be out of the playoffs. But Pete Alonso at home against left-handed pitching at Citi Field, 618 slug, 275, 333, 498 slash line for right-handed hitters against Patrick Corbin. He's got 49 at-bats against Patrick Corbin in his career. These 2 guys have been in the league a long time. 5 home runs, 9 RBIs, 347 batting average, 1164 OPS. He has mashed Corbin when he's faced him. It's also it's a slight difference, but he has been better in day games compared to night games. It's a 4 p.m. first pitch. With the Mets scuffling, you have to imagine he comes through. Pete, he's back there. We've seen him come through in the big moment in the playoffs. Now, right here, I do think he comes through for us. And I think he goes, and it's just 1.5 is what we're getting. And you're going to get that with him a lot because it's home run bust. He doesn't hit a million base hits. A lot of power. So I do like Pete Alonso to go over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs.
if you are a Mets fan, and there's a correlation, Mets fans are usually Jets fans, especially if you're old like me, because that goes back to old Shea when they shared a stadium. So it's usually Yankees, Giants, Mets, Jets. And you're worried about your Metropolitans being knocked out of the playoffs by Maggie Mayday. Go get on that Justin Fields future. I don't know how much they've moved it. I guarantee it ain't at 5.5 anymore. Where is it? 6.5? Justin Fields, if he stays healthy, could have double-digit rushing touchdowns for the New York Jets under that head coach. I'm just saying. So there you go. You maybe win one by Maggie Mayday if your baseball team's eliminated. Third down for me, we've got a 3-team NFL total parlay. We had a 4-teamer of overs last week for week 1 that cashed with relative ease. Why do I like these plays? The New York Football Giants are a dead under team. The Giants are 18-12-1 to the under against division opponents since 2020. The Giants on the road since 2020. 26-16-1 to the under. That's the second highest under percentage in the NFL. I like their defense. They held Washington to 21 on the road last week. We know the Giants aren't scoring much here. And Dallas can stop. Look, I liked what I saw from Kenny Clark. And Dallas can stop the run a little bit. And if you make Russ play with one hand tied behind his back, he can't. You could give Russ an extra hand. I think you could give Russ a third hand, and he's still not putting up more than 8. Like 3-handed Russ. What would you say? 17.5. Russ gets a third hand. They're playing on the road at Dallas. Do they get 18 points? Do they score 18 with a 3-handed Russ?
Dude, that's one way to look at it, but thinking about it, I don't think they do.
No, even 3-handed Russ, I'm not sure is good for 18 here. Like, is Dallas going to go bonkers on this defense? Dude, I'm telling you, the Giants' front is legitimate. And if you drop back and play hero ball with Dak 45, 50 times, it ain't going to be pretty. So, and I've taken that up to 51.5, right? I'm taking these other ones up damn near to 49. I'm clearing 48. Look, Mike Vrabel, his last 24 games he's coached in the NFL, 16 unders. No, his last 22, 16-6. I can't count. Last 22, 16 unders, okay? Like, his offense sucks. Drake May is overhyped. He's a physical guy playing against a Miami team that's not physical. Miami's not going to be up for this. Tua's not up for this. And I don't think Vrabel's running up the score. Dead under for me. Tua's not getting deep balls to Tyreek Hill. They don't even try anymore. And look, Rams, Titans, we jumped on early in the week. Rams defense is ferocious. Sean McVay has serious O-line problems. He's not going to drop back and let Stafford get killed. He's going to throw 9,000 screen passes, and he's going to try to win this game 14-9, like he beat a great Houston defense 14-9 last week. It's not about style points. Tennessee at home since 2022, 15-9-1 to the under, 5th highest rate in the NFL. Their games at home since 2022 averaged 40 points. I'm not sure we're getting to 40 today, and I feel good about not getting to 49. And this might be the last we see of 2-handed or 3-handed Russ, I think. I think the Russ days are over. 4th and short, Beltway Ben. 4th and short.
Yeah, I looked at this one for a while, and I was sitting there trying to figure it, and I just ended up going with it. Maryland's first half team total over 21.5 points playing against Towson. Listen, Pep Hamilton, it's been up and down to me. Like, Pep Hamilton can't catch the ball. There's been a lot of costly drops, and Malik Washington, he's a stud. This kid, I'm a diehard Terps fan. I didn't know what to expect. Now, I saw him play basketball. I saw him play football in high school, and it's like, but he's still a true freshman heading into the Big Ten. Yeah. I didn't know completely what to expect. The kid's a stud, and as long as he stays in Maryland for 3 years, I do think this program is going to continue to get better. But this should be a breeze for this offense. Like, against Towson, they should be able to do what they want. They should be able to capitalize. And Jason, you know it. The big issue with them, they've gotten in spots where they're ready to score. Turnovers, penalties, dumb things like that. Mike Loxley has had struggles with penalties for a while, but if he can't have his guys disciplined in this game and calm in this game and ready to go in this game, I'm not sure what to expect from them. So I do like them over 21.5 points. I think they're going to run this score up. I think they're going to try to smoke Towson because everybody's already saying after this one, they're going to lose a lot. I think they make a statement today, win big, and keep that rolling into Big Ten play.
Locks loves to hang 40 plus on people at home. If you watch this show regularly, we've documented that in the past. I'm on this. I also saw Malik Washington play football and basketball in high school. He was great. You know who I saw dominate the Eastern League?
Oh my God. Can't escape it.
This sweet bastard right here. Quinny F and P. Love you, Quinny P. Don't love you like I love Choppy, R.I.P. But, dude, 18 straight on the money line when he takes the bump. Fourth and short for me. I'm going with the very same bet I went with at this time last week. Well, it wasn't this time because this show's going way over, but so what? Look, I think Oregon's the best team in the country right now. I think the quarterback is for real. I think Dan Lanning is in his bag, and I don't think they're worried about the crowd in Northwestern. 17-0 in the first quarter last week, 20-0 before that. That's where I am. I don't think Northwestern's scoring on them. And it would not surprise me if they're up by over 10 in the first quarter. I think they're out for blood. They're getting people's attention. Navy last week didn't cover the full game for us because UAB and Kitna's kid were throwing the ball all over the place. We'll get to him in a minute. But Navy 3.5 against the team they beat 49-7 last year, running that option with Horvath, who's a stud. Navy's gotten off the fast starts. They've led 7-0 after the first quarter. They've led 14-7 after the first quarter. These two same teams. Last week, Navy was laying 6.5 in the first quarter. I know they're on the road here, but the way they play ball travels. The defense got exposed last week. I think they'll be better, and I think they're going to be able to run the ball all day long. So that's where I am on fourth and short. Overtime, Beltway, Ben. We are overtime here, but we're making you sit through it.
Yeah, we are overtime. Pretty big way, but it's all right.
Blame this glorious son of a bitch right here. Blame him.
You had to celebrate Quinny P. I had to complain about whatever I watched last night until 2 a.m.
Oh, Quinny P.
To put 2 a.m.
that name.
2 a.m. I was up to reading Jason's tweets about Quinny P and watching bad college football teams play bad college football. Not important, no.
At 12:30. I'd seen enough at 12:30.
Georgia on the money line. UNC, we're taking them down to 16.5 against Richmond. Terps, we need them to win by 3 scores, 3 touchdowns against Towson, and Alabama minus 9.5. Explain why I like the Terps. I think Locks is going to handle business. The guys are going to be ready to go. Alabama, if they don't win by 10-plus points, everybody in that town is going to be calling for DeBoer if they aren't already. Belichick, at what point, what matchup is it that you really turn it on and smoke some? Like, this has to be it. Richmond, I mean, come on. And I get it. He's going to have his prom homecoming interview after, and they're going to be
what is that? So that's obviously an alt line. What is that thing in real life? What is that? What is the corporate? What's the corporate line? That's our, we're non-corporate. What's the corporate Joker line on that?
Yeah, let me check real
30 something. It's got to be. Right?
I think it was less. I think it was
really
way less than that. Way less than that. Yeah.
Had to be more than 24 and a half.
No, I think it was less. Yeah. 22 and a half. But it's been moving a lot because I wanted to play them at 20 and a half because I think they'll beat them. But I just took it to, we need 3 scores.
Yeah,
there.
I would take it under 17. I'm with you. If I'm on that, I'm only on it there.
Can she coach them up on the sideline and get them ready to win by 3 scores? I think she can. You know what I'm saying? Like, what halftime adjustments does Jordan make? That's the question there.
Well, I think he stopped coaching and they just do the gymnastic moves on the sidelines and that'll motivate them, right? Just recreate the beach shots and all that. I mean, I think that'll lead them to glory.
It's a reality TV show. But then Georgia, I talked about Georgia earlier. I'm pretty confident in Georgia today. Again, this is getting us plus 280. It's a lot of we're moving things down. We're moving things down. We're moving things by about 6 points in some games.
Don't play the corporate lines. Don't play the Portnoy lines. Sucker bets. They sell you sucker bets. They sell you losers. You know who gets rich off that? The books and the idiot shills for the books. I like it, Beltway, Ben. Overtime for me, 3-leg college parlay. This Clemson game, like, do I like them on the money line? Yeah, I don't love them on the money line. Like, I don't love them. Like, I have trouble backing that jackass head coach in general just for, like, moral reasons. Klubnik hasn't been what I thought he'd be. But, hey, I just need him not to crap the bed by more than a field goal. The other two, look, I've watched a lot, sadly, of Akron and Wyoming. I was on the under when they played in the first week. Then I thought Akron could hold Nebraska under 70 points. I was wrong. I just, neither team has an offense. Neither team can move the ball. UAB, Dilfer's got that offense tuned up. Kitna is a legitimate winning college quarterback who can make big boy throws. Is he a little bit of a double agent like his dad? Yeah. But I think they score 30 points here. I'll tell you this about Dilfer. He's not calling off the dog. So he'll be throwing in the fourth quarter if they're up 28. Like, I just think that's what they're about. That's how he's trying to move up the ladder is I'm a quarterback guru. Look at my numbers. Look at my film. Utah's got a legitimate quarterback, and I just don't think anything of Wyoming. And Utah's another team that's ranked. They want to keep that ranking. I think it's foot on the gas mode. They need their box score to tell their story. So that's where we are. But wait, Ben, can you just put up last night again, please? It was a Quinny P day, folks. If you're not finding ways to back the mighty Brew Crew and Quinny F and P on a Quinny F and P day, then shame on you. All our picks in real time as we make them in the Super Discord. All the info's there. We will see you at noon tomorrow. Sorry the show went long, but you know what? Blame Quinny P. And if you're blaming Quinny P, you're a loser. You want to bet, we want to bet. Thank you for wanting to bet with us.